Welcome to Passing News. In the world of baseball, every swing, every pitch, and every game tells a story of triumph, teamwork, and the pursuit of greatness. But as seasons change, we also remember those who have rounded the bases for the last time. This month, the baseball world said goodbye to several legendary players whose skills dazzled fans and whose spirits lifted teams to new heights. From a Hall of Famers to World Series winners. But before we dive in, if this tribute moves you, please show your support by giving us a thumbs up. It's a simple way to pay your respects to these incredible legends. And if you want to stay updated with heartfelt stories like this one, consider subscribing to Passing News. Together, we can continue to honor the memory of great individuals in a respectful and meaningful way. Today, we honor the legacy of Whitey Herzog, who passed away at the age of 92. Born in New Athens, Illinois, Herzog was not just a baseball legend. He was a visionary who reshaped the game. Whitey served in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers during the Korean War before beginning his Major League Baseball career as an outfielder with the Washington Senators in 1956. He played for teams including the Kansas City Athletics, Baltimore Orioles, and Detroit Tigers, ending his playing career in 1963. When released by the Tigers, Herzog thought his baseball days were over and started working in construction. But fate had other plans. The next year, the owner of his former team, the A's, offered him a position as a scout. This rekindled his baseball career, leading him to coaching roles with the A's and later with the New York Mets, where he was part of the team's management during their World Series victories in 1969 and 1973. Herzog's managerial prowess shone brightest when he took the helm of the Kansas City Royals in 1975. Leading them to 3 consecutive playoff appearances. However, it was with the St. Louis Cardinals that Herzog truly left his mark on the sport. Joining the Cardinals in 1980, he led them to a World Series victory in 1982 and appearances in 1985 and 1987. His strategic focus on speed and defense over power hitting, dubbed Whiteyball, revolutionized baseball strategies during this era. Herzog retired from baseball in 1990 and was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 2010. His philosophy extended beyond the field. He once said in a 1992 interview for the Los Angeles Times, "I want the players to be my friends, yet to respect me as a person too." This approach not only defined his leadership, but also his lasting impact on those who played under him. As we remember Whitey Herzog, we reflect not just on his strategic genius and the championships he won, but on his ability to inspire and innovate, leaving an unforgettable mark on the world of baseball. Next, we pay tribute to Carl Erskine, an extraordinary pitcher and beloved humanitarian who passed away on April 16, 2024, at the age of 97 in Anderson, Indiana, due to pneumonia. Carl was the quintessential Hoosier, born and bred in Anderson, Indiana. His journey in baseball took him far from home to Brooklyn and Los Angeles, but he eventually returned to his roots. He was a pivotal member of the Boys of Summer, the affectionate nickname for the Dodgers teams of the 1940s and 1950s, celebrated for their spirit and talent. After serving in the United States Navy from 1945 to 46, Carl joined the Brooklyn Dodgers during a golden era for the team. He shined on the mound, pitching in 5 World Series and delivering some unforgettable performances, including a record-setting game where he struck out 14 batters. 1953 was a standout year for Carl as he won 20 games and notched 187 strikeouts. He was instrumental in the Dodgers' 1955 World Series victory and achieved the remarkable feat of throwing 2 no-hitters, one in 1952 and another in 1956. After retiring from baseball in 1959 following the team's move to Los Angeles, Carl returned to Indiana. His post-baseball life was as impactful as his sports career, if not more so. Carl served as a bank president and a college baseball coach, but his true passion lay in his humanitarian work. He devoted countless hours to the Special Olympics, worked tirelessly at the Hopewell Center to aid people with disabilities, and generously donated land to the Anderson Community School System. His contributions earned him Indiana's highest honor, the Sachem Award, in 2010, as well as the Buck O'Neil Lifetime Achievement Award for his dedication to the Special Olympics. Carl Erskine's legacy is not just of a baseball hero, but of a community leader and a champion for those in need. As we remember him today, we celebrate a man who was not only a master on the mound, but a true hero off the field. Next up, we honor the memory of Ken Holtzman, a legendary pitcher known for his remarkable achievements on the baseball diamond. Ken passed away on April 14, 2024 in St. Louis after a battle with heart issues at the age of 78. Born and raised in St. Louis, Ken's baseball journey began at the University of Illinois, leading to his draft by the Chicago Cubs in 1965. By the next year, he was a vital part of the Cubs' starting rotation. Ken's major league career was marked by extraordinary feats, including 2 no-hitters, one in 1969 against the Atlanta Braves and another in 1971 against the Cincinnati Reds. His prowess on the mound established him as one of only 35 pitchers in Major League Baseball history to throw multiple no-hitters. Ken's career took a pivotal turn when he was traded to the Oakland A's after the 1971 season. With the A's, he was instrumental in a historic run that saw the team win 3 consecutive World Series titles. He shined brightly in the 1973 World Series, starting and winning both games 1 and 7 against the Mets. In 1974, he not only helped the team clinch another title, but also hit a home run in the World Series against the Dodgers, the last pitcher to achieve this until 2008. Ken later played for the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees, where he earned a 4th World Series ring in 1977. After a final stint with the Cubs, he retired in 1979. Beyond his MLB career, Ken briefly managed a team in the Israeli Baseball League, showcasing his love for the sport internationally. He remains a celebrated figure in the Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame and the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame. Ken once shared in an interview, "I've said many times my biggest thrill and accomplishment remains the first time I walked onto Wrigley Field in a Cubs uniform, because it validated all the hard work and sacrifices that I made to reach the big leagues. The other milestones were very satisfying, but in a sense, anticlimactic. Achieving a childhood dream is hard to surpass." As we remember Ken Holtzman today, we celebrate not just a skilled pitcher, but a man whose passion for baseball inspired countless fans and young athletes across generations. Before we move on, make sure you stay tuned as we reveal how a devastating on-field accident with a teammate couldn't keep one of our legends from returning to the game he loved just a month later, showcasing an incredible story of resilience and courage. Is your baseball knowledge good enough to guess who this might be? We'll reveal the answer shortly. Next, we pay tribute to Dave McCarty, an 11-season Major League Baseball veteran who passed away from a cardiac event on April 19, 2024, in Oakland, California at the age of 54. Born in Houston, Texas, Dave was drafted by the Minnesota Twins in 1991 and made his big league debut 2 years later. Over his career, he became a journeyman of the sport, playing for 7 different teams, including the Minnesota Twins, San Francisco Giants, and Boston Red Sox. Dave was known for his versatility on the field, playing both first base and outfield, and he contributed 36 home runs and 362 hits in 1,493 career at-bats. However, it was his time with the Boston Red Sox that defined the most memorable chapter of his career. Dave joined the Red Sox for 3 seasons, and it was during this period that he became part of baseball history. In 2004, he was a member of the iconic Red Sox team that won the World Series, breaking the team's 86-year championship drought. This victory was not just a win, it was a historic moment that lifted the so-called curse of the Bambino, bringing immense joy to fans across New England and around the world. After retiring from active play following the 2005 season, Dave didn't stray far from baseball. He spent several years as an analyst with NESN, sharing his insights and love for the game with fans. As we remember Dave McCarty today, we celebrate his contributions to the sport of baseball, his role in one of the most storied victories in baseball history, and his enduring impact as a player and commentator. Today, we also remember Pat Zachry, a standout pitcher whose rookie season left a big mark on Major League Baseball. Pat passed away on April 4, 2024, in Austin, Texas after a long illness at the age of 71. Born in Texas, Pat Zachry's journey to the majors was marked by determination and skill. He spent 6 seasons honing his craft in the Cincinnati Reds farm system before making a spectacular debut in 1976. That year, Zachry's remarkable performance on the mound, going 14-7 with a 2.74 ERA and leading his team with 143 strikeouts, earned him the National League Rookie of the Year award, which he shared with Butch Metzger. But perhaps more memorably, 1976 was the year he helped the Reds secure a World Series victory, earning the first and only championship ring of his career. Zachry's career took a historic turn when he was part of a major trade to the New York Mets in exchange for future Hall of Famer Tom Seaver. Despite the pressure and criticism from the media that followed, Zachry held his own, delivering an all-star season in 1978 with a 3.33 ERA. His tenure with the Mets lasted through 1982, after which he played briefly for the Los Angeles Dodgers and Philadelphia Phillies before hanging up his glove. After retiring from active play, Zachry continued to influence the game as a coach in the Dodgers organization, sharing his knowledge and passion for baseball with a new generation of players. As we reflect on Pat Zachry's career, we celebrate not just a skilled pitcher, but a resilient competitor whose early triumphs and steadfast performance left a lasting legacy in the world of baseball. Next, we remember Jerry Grote, a key figure behind the plate and a cornerstone of the New York Mets' most storied victories, who passed away on April 7, 2024, in Austin, Texas from respiratory failure at the age of 81. Jerry's journey to Major League Baseball started in his hometown of San Antonio, Texas, where he was a standout player in high school and briefly at Trinity University. He began his professional career signing with the Houston Astros in 1962. Grote made his Major League debut the following year, but it was his move to the Mets in 1965 that would define his career. Jerry became a pivotal part of the Mets, particularly during the legendary 1969 season. Known as the Miracle Mets, the team overcame long odds and a mid-season slump to triumph in the World Series against the Baltimore Orioles. Grote's performance was crucial. He caught every inning of that series, and his embrace with pitcher Jerry Koosman in celebration of their Game 5 victory became one of the most iconic images in baseball history. Jerry returned to the World Series with the Mets in 1973, although they fell to the Oakland A's. He later joined the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1977, contributing to their World Series runs in both seasons he was with them. After a brief retirement, Grote returned to play for the Kansas City Royals in 1981 before retiring for good. Reflecting on his time in New York, Grote once said in a 1971 interview with Sports Illustrated, "One of the advantages of playing for New York is that the big crowds at Shea Stadium help you tremendously. They make you want to give 115% all the time." This sentiment captures not just Grote's dedication to the game, but also his understanding of the power of fans and their passion. As we commemorate Jerry Grote today, we celebrate a man whose career was defined by key moments in big games, a catcher whose skill and heart were evident in every play and who left a huge mark on Major League Baseball. Now we pay tribute to Larry Brown, a 12-year Major League veteran. Larry passed away earlier this week at the age of 84. Larry Brown's baseball career spanned from 1963 to 1974, during which he played 1,129 games and made 3,872 plate appearances for teams, including the Indians, A's, Orioles, and Rangers. With a career batting average of .233, an on-base percentage of .300, and a slugging percentage of .3113, Brown was a resilient and versatile infielder, playing primarily at shortstop, but also spending significant time at second and third base. He became the regular starting shortstop for the Cleveland Indians in 1967 and 1968 and was a significant presence in the team's lineup. As we alluded to with our earlier question, one of the defining moments of his career came on May 4th, 1966, when Brown and teammate Leon Wagner collided while chasing a fly ball. The accident left Brown with a fractured skull, cheekbone, and nose. Demonstrating remarkable resilience, he returned to the field just over a month later, continuing to play an important role for the rest of the season. After being traded to the Oakland Athletics in April 1971, Larry played 70 games for the team's AL West winning squad that year and contributed to the 1972 A's team that went on to win the World Series. Though he did not see playoff action, his role during the regular season helped set the stage for his team's championship run. Off the field, Larry's life was filled with love and dedication. His 62-year marriage to Lenny, the love of his life, was a testament to his commitment and affection. The family's obituary highlighted many aspects of Larry's life, reflecting a man deeply cherished by his family and respected by his peers. As we remember Larry Brown today, we celebrate not only a dedicated athlete, but a beloved family man and a courageous competitor who overcame adversity to continue doing what he loved. As we reflect on these remarkable players, we're reminded of the incredible human spirit they embodied, resilient, passionate, and inspiring. Each story not only celebrates their achievements on the field, but also honors their enduring impact beyond the game. If this video has moved you or brought back memories of watching these legends play, please consider liking this video to show your respect. Subscribe to Passing News for more heartfelt stories like this, and share your thoughts and memories in the comments below to keep the legacy of these greats alive. Together, let's continue to celebrate and remember the heroes of our favorite pastime.